In April 2024, I received the email from Amazon Web Services. They kind of like encourage me to upgrade my IPv4 Lightsail instance to IPv6 only. And they say, if you don't do that, we'll charge you more. I think maybe $1 more or $2 more per month, which makes sense because IPv4 is running out, and if they don't charge you extra money, probably no people will have the motivation to upgrade it. So I decided to do that, and they actually provide all the documentation here, which is really, really good. But I still want to make the short video to show how I did it and some gotchas I encountered. So this is the entrance documentation of this upgrade. You can find all the other documentations from here. And please also keep in mind, as the documentation also pointed out, make sure that your local network computer device and end user can communicate with IPv6, meaning do this, make this decision according to your own preference, according to your own reality. For my own purpose, for my own usage, I'm pretty sure everybody can visit via IPv6. I'm going to do it, but probably you have some other concerns. But after you make the decision, it's actually very simple. I want to highlight something. After I switched to IPv6, I found I broke some of my apps because there are still some services that do not accept IPv6 request, like this MongoDB, Atlas MongoDB. They don't support. So again, do research, make sure you are not impacted, you can switch to IPv6, then do it. Otherwise, you will be like me, having to find some alternatives. Firstly, I go to my Lightsail instance. I created this instance probably 2 years ago. And when I created it, it's actually enabled IPv6. They call them a dual stack. So what you can do is you just add the ping rule here for your IPv4, and also add a ping rule to your IPv6 firewall configuration. And then you can just ping this to make sure the IPv6 actually works. Yeah, it indeed worked. And then we can proceed. What I did is I go to my domain configuration and add this new record. Previously, you can imagine I have a lot of these records pointing to my previous IPv4 address. Delete all of them and change it to AAA record and point to your IPv6 IP address. And then you should be able to visit your page. But there is one small gotcha I encountered, is the nginx. I use nginx to configure all the different subdomains. So you have to make sure you have this listen bracket, column bracket 80. This is for IPv4. And you also have this. If you only have this listen and this listen 80 and the listen 443, then IPv6 will not be forwarded. So make sure you add this line, also add this line, and restart your nginx server, and you should be able to visit it normally like before. But we are only halfway done. We only make sure, hey, I change it to IPv6, everything works fine. but our instance is still dual stack. So what are we going to do next is make this instance IPv6 only. Actually, if you created this instance relatively later, probably you will have already an option here, change it to IPv6. But this instance is super old, even before Amazon support this IPv6 only feature. So we have to do something extra. So actually, you can follow this documentation to change it to IPv6 only. But the main idea is here. We need to make a snapshot and then recreate our instance from the snapshot and change it to IPv6 only. So what we are going to do is go to a snapshot, create a snapshot. Okay, create. Snapshotting, it might take a while. Okay, it takes about 20 minutes to create a snapshot, and after that we are going to create an instance from it, and we'll keep everything as default, but we're going to select IPv6 only and identify your instance name, unique name. Okay, that's fine. Create an instance. We'll wait a while for it to get started. Okay, let's go in here. So you can see it's IPv6 only. Go to network. Yeah, we need to add a rule similar to our previous work. SSH, HTTPS, and ping. Okay. HTTPS. And we're going to ping this new IP. Yeah, it's working. Okay, and I already used this IPv6 address to SSH to this new instance, and to my surprise, all my Docker containers already started. So which means I basically can just change my changed my host IP address here. Things should just work magically. Let me just try that. Okay, accept. Okay, let's go to, for example, I go to my blog glue. Nice. 51E, and I go back here, 51E. Awesome. We already kind of like switched to this dual stack to IPv6 only. This is the only $10 per month, but this one is $13 per month. Yeah, so we save some money, So now we can safely, maybe stop this instance and delete it in the future. Thank you very much.